This is ABC 7 News at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us. I'm Peter Dubois.
And I'm Beth Jones. First tonight, a man accused of robbing a bank in Bangor has been indicted by the Penobscot County Grand Jury. 32-year-old Donovan Steen allegedly held up the Bangor Savings Bank on Broadway in 2022, making off with an undisclosed amount of cash. He was indicted on robbery and theft charges. A Mount Chase man was indicted for the alleged sexual abuse of a minor. 38-year-old Trevor DeRozier was also indicted for furnishing liquor to a minor.
And the Penobscot County Grand Jury also indicted 4 men in connection with a shooting outside the Half Acre nightclub in Bangor in April of 2022. 33-year-old Edward Evans of the Bronx, New York, and 28-year-old Imel Evans of Augusta were both indicted for assault. Imel was indicted for criminal threatening with a dangerous weapon. Edward was also indicted for possession of a firearm by a prohibited person. 36-year-old Andre Dixon of Bangor and 31-year-old Harain Lawrence of Bar Harbor were also indicted in connection to that shooting at the nightclub. Dixon was indicted on charges of reckless conduct with a dangerous weapon and criminal mischief. Lawrence was indicted for assault and criminal threatening with a dangerous weapon.
Well, Clinton police are investigating a crash that killed a local resident. Rescuers were called to the Hill Road shortly after noon on Tuesday after someone spotted a vehicle upside down in a stream. Officials realized the vehicle had been in the water for a long period of time because they say thick ice had formed all around it. Once a wrecker was called in to haul it from the water, they discovered a man's body inside. The victim has been identified as 66-year-old Jean Rose of Clinton. Police are now investigating the crash and trying to determine when it happened. Clinton police hope to hear from anyone who has information about Rose's whereabouts between Sunday afternoon and yesterday afternoon.
High heating costs have caused some Maine island towns to take action to make sure residents stay warm. Our David Ledford has the story.
We want to alleviate as many of these frustrations as we can.
Stonington town officials have paired up with Down East Community Partners, a community action agency aimed at reducing the impact of poverty, to help senior Mainers and those who struggle with the often complex task of applying for government heating assistance programs. James Neely, the Director of Energy Services for Down East Community Partners, says that the group has been overwhelmed with calls for help during the state's frigid temperature drops.
CAAs across the state are in a situation where our call volumes are going completely haywire, where it is 4 times more volume this year as opposed to last year. We are really in a situation where we're trying to help as many people as possible, and it is a large task.
Neely says the agency recently received funds from the Winter Energy Relief Program to provide $800 in emergency support for each individual in Washington and Hancock County who meets the eligibility requirements. Stonington Town Manager Kathleen Billings says recently there has been a real need for assistance.
To me, the high price of heating oil has just made it that much more difficult, especially for people with fixed incomes. We're just trying to be a good town and try to help our people who need the help. And, for all of us, it's difficult.
Town officials stress the importance of being a good neighbor during times like these.
Let's get your tanks filled. Let's figure out a way to get those tanks filled now. Give us a call at the town office, 367-2351. It's a nice local number. And let us help you, get the help that you need to stay warm.
In Stonington, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Well, for help applying for heating assistance in the Hancock and Washington County region, you can visit downeastcommunitypartners.org or you can call 207-610-5914. Meanwhile, the Bar Harbor Town Council is set to vote on whether to end the sale of flavored tobacco products. They are considering an ordinance ending the sale of tobacco products with fruit, menthol, chocolate, and other flavors. If it passes, Bar Harbor will join Bangor, Brunswick, Portland, and South Portland that have already passed similar measures. A public hearing will be held March 7th at 6:30.
Senator Angus King has co-sponsored legislation to improve and expand veteran-assisted living services. The bipartisan bill, called the Expanding Veterans Options for Long-Term Care Act, aims to help service members live more independently as they age. The bill would create a pilot program for eligible veterans to receive assisted living care paid for by the VA. Senator King spoke about the importance of long-term care during a Senate Veterans Affairs Committee hearing today.
There's a wave of retirements coming and eligibility for long-term care, and it's, as you know, it's not directly part of the system, but I think it's something we need to think seriously about.
During the hearing, Senator Collins introduced Vincent Triola, a Windham resident who was recently elected to serve as the National Commander of the American Legion. During his first year in office, Commander Triola is scheduled to spend 330 days on the road, visiting American Legion posts in all 50 states and overseas.
A special focus of Commander Triola's tenure is the American Legion's Be the One campaign to end veteran suicides. The goal is to destigmatize asking for mental health support, provide peer-to-peer resources, and educate everyone on how they can be the one to reach out to a veteran in distress.
The Expanding Veterans Options for Long-Term Care Act has received strong support from various veteran service organizations in Maine and nationwide. And just incredible to be introduced to Commander Triola and hear about the year ahead for him. It's going to be very busy, but I'm sure he's going to be meeting with a lot of people and really getting a better understanding of veterans' needs across the country.
Well, and that is just, it's certainly his appointment in general, I'm sure, is a huge personal source of pride, but also a big source of pride for the state of Maine.
Absolutely, just remarkable.
All righty, well, let's turn things over, take a first look at our forecast and see what's coming our way weather-wise.
Hey, Beth and Peter, thank you. Happy Wednesday. Your first weather is brought to you by Scott's Recreation with offices in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono. And okay, for us, look at these temperatures today. 38 here in Bangor, 37 Millinocket. It is March 1st. This is above average temperature-wise, but cooler air is on the way, and that will give us some snowfall tomorrow, especially north and west of the Bangor area, where there is a winter weather advisory throughout the day tomorrow in anticipation of some snow. Looking outside now, though, lots of cloud cover, but here comes that moisture. It's not that far away. This will overspread the area after midnight tonight, and then tomorrow, a rain-snow mix across our region that could begin to add up to basically a 1 to 3 inch snowfall, but a few spots, especially Millinocket back toward Greenville, could see 4, 5, or 6 inches of snow there. So our forecast tonight, though, we're talking about increasing clouds, snow after midnight with low temperatures in the 20s. Your full forecast is coming up. Beth and Peter.
All righty, Jeff, thanks so much. Well, coming up on ABC 7 News at 6, water supplies in Maine are at risk of entering an ecological crisis. We'll tell you why.
And a new investor has allowed a brewer company to expand. Those stories and much more as ABC 7 News at 6 continues.
And remember, no line safe to touch, ever.
For years I've warned you that no power lines were safe to touch ever. But the politicians behind Pine Tree Power weren't listening. They want a government takeover of our power grid. And with a cost of $13.5 billion, we're going to be on the hook for that. It could mean higher taxes or cuts to critical services we use every day. Pine Tree Power is a risk Mainers can't afford, ever.
If you're eligible for Medicare and Medicaid, a Medicare Advantage plan from Anthem Maine Health can come with all the benefits you want and zero compromises. Just go to anthemmainehealth.com/answers or call 855-753-3928 for a one-on-one Medicare plan review. Ask about our $0 monthly premium plans that include dental, vision, and hearing coverage, along with transportation, a free gym membership, and $0 copay for prescriptions, all for zero extra cost. Plus, you could be eligible for extra benefits to help you save even more. We have plans with up to $2,500 a year to help you pay for over-the-counter health items, groceries, and living expenses like cell phone, electric, or water bills, all on a single prepaid MasterCard you can use at thousands of locations nationwide. Call Anthem Maine Health at 855-753-3928 or visit anthemmainehealth.com/answers and get a Medicare Advantage plan with zero compromises for you and your wallet.
If you're waiting for a sign that it's time to finally tackle that window project, here it is. Renewal by Anderson's incredible Window Replacement Days. Get all the benefits of Renewal by Anderson's exclusive and easy replacement window process. And save a lot of money while you're at it. An immediate design consultation, exclusive Fibrix composite material windows, and precise installation by highly trained certified master installers. You get it all during Renewal by Anderson's Window Replacement Days. Call Renewal by Anderson today and take advantage of this limited time offer and special financing.
At Husson University, our primary goal is to help our students get ahead through academic programs with hands-on experience, by investing in specialized learning spaces with leading-edge technology, on-campus career fairs, and career guidance for life. Husson is how our students get ahead and launch successful careers, and we're with them every step of the way.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Water supplies across Maine could face an ecological crisis as a result of legislation passed last year. Our Devin Dagnall met with an expert to learn more.
Within a matter of just a couple of weeks, we could be set back 50 years when it comes to environmental water conservation.
Late last week, operations at the Bangor water treatment plant were put on hold due to an announcement from the Juniper Ridge landfill. According to the water treatment plant's director, Amanda Smith, the landfill has reduced the amount of solid waste left from treating raw sewage or sludge that it can accept from water treatment facilities. In the past, the sludge would be taken to a composting facility after it was chemically treated, but that changed with the passing of LD 1911. LD 1911 prohibits the contamination of clean soils with forever chemicals, which are found in the treated sludge. The solution to that problem was to send the sludge to landfills, but now that has also become a problem.
These biosolids are what's considered a wet waste, so they're not very structurally stable, and the landfill needs to incorporate a lot of other stabilization bulky materials in order to accept this sludge, so that it doesn't create an unstable landfill environment.
Mixing the treated sludge with more solid waste would be no problem, if not for LD 1639, a bill that was also passed last year. LD 1639 limits the total solid waste allowed in the state, which means only a limited amount of solid waste can be used for sludge.
In talking to some of the other possible outlets, landfills throughout the state, they're all in the same situation right now when it comes to having enough material to accept this kind of volume of sludge.
For now, a temporary agreement has been made for the sludge to be transported and disposed of in Canada. The biggest problem with the current solution is the fact that it isn't permanent. According to Smith, if Canada was to pull out of the agreement, Bangor's water treatment facility and others like it would only be able to operate for a maximum of 2 weeks.
We're operating on a temporary solution, and that's just not acceptable. This wastewater treatment facility is what stands between the raw sewage and the Penobscot River.
At this time, officials are searching for a permanent solution, but none has been found. In Bangor, Devin Dagnall, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Funding from an investment firm has allowed a Brewer-based company to acquire a familiar facility in Bangor. Our Matthew Dronzik has more.
That feels great. I mean, we are growing very rapidly.
The success Nile Systems CEO Ton Matheson is seeing allowed him to announce on Tuesday that his company will be expanding into the former Wayfair Customer Service Center in Bangor. This comes thanks in part to a $6 million investment from Aligned Climate Capital, an investment firm based out of New York. Matheson says this acquisition will bring 200 new jobs to Bangor.
We really need more manufacturing capacity, and the jobs that we're bringing on anywhere from people on the assembly lines making these products to design engineers to sales and marketing, new product design. So it's the whole gamut of manufacturing type jobs.
The former Wayfair building closed in 2021 during the COVID-19 pandemic. Bangor City Council approved the purchase of the property during its meeting on February 13th.
Our looking to have industrial commercial uses out there. I mean, the distribution's right there. It's conveniently located. I mean, this is definitely the type of business that we were hoping to have there.
Senator Joe Baldacci agrees, saying this addition shows consumer demand in the area growing.
It shows the resilience of Bangor's economy and why people are attracted to doing business in Bangor. So it's a really positive thing for Bangor.
Matheson says acquiring the former Wayfair building is the start of finally completing the vision for his company.
We see this continuing to grow very rapidly for the next 10 years. So we're bringing on a lot of people. There's lots of opportunities to grow here.
Matheson says he expects the facility to be open by this fall. In Brewer, Matthew Juronsik reporting for ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
Neat to see a business grow like that. And you never want to see a large commercial space like that going to waste when you know it could help another business get a little bigger. So a good solution.
And the Bangor region continues to grow, so for job growth to also be taking place is a really positive thing.
Definitely a good sign for our economy.
Absolutely.
All right, well, still to come on ABC 7 News at 6, a popular drive-in eatery in Fairfield has reopened for the season. We'll take you there.
And in sports, Brewer boys basketball plays for their first state title game in team history on Friday. How the community is rallying behind them as they look to make history. That story right after the break.
Taylor Events and Equipment Rental in Bangor for all your wedding and events. Tents, tables, chairs, and more. Also see us for your home project equipment rentals. Taylor Events and Equipment Rental, 1179 Hammond Street in Bangor.
Mossy Ledge Spirits is a true hidden gem in Etna. Located just 3 miles off I-95, exit 167, we are home to tastings, tours, cocktails, to-go drinks, bottles, live music, minis, and priceless memories. You're sure to fall in love with our handcrafted, unique, and deliciously clean-tasting spirits and feel right at home in our family-friendly environment. Mossy's Mobile Spirits is offering mobile bar service for weddings and large events. So enjoy some pizza and raise the glass here at Mossy Ledge Spirits.
Wherever you are, whether you're ready or not, it's coming. With a purpose, with persistence, with the power to change the way you live. So you don't have to change the way you live. Generac automatic standby generators. Control your power, control your life. Visit Generac.com.
My insurance kept going up and up and up and up.
I was getting a lot of mail about Medicare, getting pretty confused about it.
I could never have navigated through the loopholes.
Somebody said something about Senior Planning Center.
I heard of Senior Planning Center, so we called them.
Senior Planning Center was a lifesaver for us.
I couldn't begin to do it all on my own, but Senior Planning Center did it all.
Gave me all my options and signed me up with what I needed within an hour.
Senior Planning Center helped us so much.
Biggest help I could ever have asked for.
Hanks Husqvarna is your full-line Husqvarna dealer with 2 convenient locations, 32 Old State Road in Carmel and 19 Moosehead Trail in Newport. Whether it's tractors and zero-turns, chainsaws to trimmers, or pressure washers to snow blowers, everything is set up, serviced, and ready to go by our certified Husqvarna technician. And all sales are backed by our in-house Husqvarna warranty. For parts, service, or sales, stop in to Hanks Husqvarna, Carmel, or Newport.
Tonight's Sports is brought to you by Herman Motor Company. Whether you're looking for a new vehicle or to have your current vehicle serviced or detailed, Herman Motor Company has it all.
Hey everybody, Ryan Sudol here. Thank you so much for joining us. We start tonight with our Gold Ball game preview of the day. The Brewer Witches have battled for years to get to this game, and now they're just 1 win away from making school history. Tyler Cruz has more.
It was super exciting. I was so happy. I couldn't even sleep Friday night. It was awesome. It was a great feeling. It was a great team win for us, and exciting to be there. Man, it felt like we've been climbing the ladder for years.
After being so close to victory for the past 3 years, the Brewer Witches have finally cut down the nets. winning their first Northern Maine championship since 1988.
Freshman year, we had to play the Gatorade Player of the Year. We lost by 1 point to them, and then my sophomore year we thought was our year, and that was the COVID year. Junior year was like a once in a life. We got the best player Maine's ever seen. It's just unlucky.
In the summer, all of us guys sort of put our heads down and said, screw all that, we're focused on this year right now, and we got locked in.
And so to go through all that and finally get here this year, it means the world to me.
But, as the late Kobe Bryant once said, the job is not finished.
Friday was awesome and something that we'll remember forever, but we have one more game.
We enjoyed it during the weekend, but now we're focusing on Falmouth. We watched a ton of film on Falmouth, and that's really all we're talking about. We love that we won, but we got to move on.
The Witches have a tough test in Friday's gold ball game, taking on a Falmouth squad that won the South last year, just to also lose to the 2022 Gatorade Player of the Year in the finals.
This is their second year back to it, but they play very different from us, so I think that's the biggest thing is we got to focus on is that they're complete opposite how they play, slowing it down a lot more.
They're a good team. Obviously they're a good team. They were here last year, and they're going to be ready. And always, we got that target on our back all season. We know that, and they're going to come into it the same way. They're going to want it, so we got to be ready for it.
Winning a gold ball has been on the minds of each of these seniors long before they ever threw on the black and orange and took the court at Brewer High School.
This is something that we've been talking about long before we were even in high school, so to finally get there, it's really a dream come true. But we haven't talked about winning the Northern Maines, we've talked about the state.
We've been playing together forever, not just basketball, we've been playing, whether it's AAU or even lacrosse growing up or football, we've always been doing everything together, so to kind of close it off like this is awesome.
We've been talking about this since we were so little, like having that gold ball, and I mean, it's been a dream of mine for forever.
So while these guys all have each other's backs, behind them is the entire Brewer community willing the Witches to the gold ball game all year long.
The 1960s team has actually reached out to us, and they wrote a nice email to us. So that's definitely been a little bit of motivation for us. Everybody's rooting for us, and everybody's cheering for us. A ton of alumni have come up to Coach, come up to me, and I mean, you see over there on that basketball banner, 1960 was the first team that won the regional championship. They reached out to us. All those guys are like over 80 years old, and it was just so fun to see them send a message to Coach and us.
And for these kids, to finally fill that void on the banner in their last hurrah together would be everything.
I love these guys since, third grade. I've been playing with them, so being senior year, all being seniors, all my best friends, it means so much, especially final game, state championship game. It's going to mean the world.
Ever since we were little, we always wanted to bring that gold ball to Brewer, and travel tournaments and middle school tournaments, that all leads up to right now, and all this practice. And we know that banner has an empty spot, and we want to fill that and make a history at Brewer.
That was fantastic, Tyler. That's all the time we have for sports. I'm Ryan Sudol. Here's Jeff Weller with your full 5-day forecast. Jeff.
All right, Ryan, thank you. Your full weather is brought to you by Diversified Ink Tattoo Studio in Penobscot Plaza in Bangor, providing custom licensed artists for over 20 years. And okay, for us, here we go. The advisories are posted. This is a winter weather advisory north and west of the Bangor area for anticipation of some snow tomorrow. This is not going to be the big one, but it will begin to add up with a widespread 1 to 3 inch snowfall, but a few spots could see 3, 4, or 5 inches of snow. Looking outside now, though, lots of cloud cover, a couple flurries across the region, but overall, the moisture is back over here to the west of us. That is moving in our direction. Again, it's not the big one, but it will slow us down tomorrow, especially around tomorrow morning for the morning commute. All right, walk you through it. Tonight, right now, no issues at all. Here's 9:30 this evening, looking at cloudy skies. And overnight tonight, still increasing clouds. Now, by sunrise tomorrow, snow just to the west of us. That will overspread the area by 9 a.m. tomorrow. And once it gets here, a couple hours of light to moderate snowfall that will linger into tomorrow evening before the whole thing kind of pushes out of here by early parts of Thursday evening as well. And then going forward, a nice day for Friday, followed by what could be some more weather getting in here on Saturday. We are still in a very active pattern around here right now. So snowfall-wise, with this first system, it looks like this, right? So a widespread 1 to 3 inch snowfall towards sunrise tomorrow. tomorrow through about this time tomorrow night. But a few areas north and west of the Bangor area, Millinocket back toward Greenville, could be a narrow band there of 4, 5, or 6 inches of snow around midday across the area there tomorrow. The wind will not be a factor this time around at all. Actually, it could go calm for several hours tonight and throughout the day tomorrow, so the snow will fall straight down tomorrow. That'll look pretty, but begin to add up, as you know, with ground temperatures at or slightly above freezing, lots of slippery spots across our region for tomorrow. And we're not done, right? So here's System 1 right there. System 2, though, is back off to the west of us. That's going to be an even larger system. It gets in here on Saturday into Sunday, and that could bring us a good chance for some good snow Saturday and Sunday, mixed with some rain showers in there as well. Temperature-wise today, though, look what we did. 38 here in Bangor, 37 Millinocket. So above average temperatures today. The average high being about 32, 33. We were all above that today. Now, tomorrow is going to be a bit cooler, though, with cooler air just to our north. We'll begin to make a run for us tomorrow, keeping things a bit cooler tomorrow than a lot cooler for us, getting in here most likely Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So our forecast then tonight, though, is lots of clouds out there, light snow late, like really late, probably talking more towards sunrise tomorrow morning with a calm wind out there all night tonight. For tomorrow, off and on rain and snow showers, mostly snow north and west of the Bangor region. Look for high temperatures near 36 with little to no wind throughout the day tomorrow. And then looking ahead, your 5-day forecast shows a story, right? So rain and snow is likely tomorrow. Could get a bit messy out there for sure. Friday we're quiet, but there's that bigger system on Saturday and Sunday with cooler temperatures Saturday. That could be snow heavy at times throughout the afternoon. Beth and Peter.
All right, so our busy weather week continues.
It does, yeah. There's a lot coming our way. We've already gone through a decent amount this week.
Yeah, indeed.
All right, well, there's still more to come. Stay with us.
Tonight's Stock Report is brought to you by Loring Outdoors. We are looking for committed workers to build one-of-a-kind pack baskets. Head on over to loringoutdoors.com.
Get ready. The Orange event at Ashley is coming soon. For 3 days only, shop in-store or online for the biggest event of the year. Or shop now with financing options for every budget. The Orange event is happening March 10th through the 12th, only at America's #1 furniture and mattress store, Ashley.
The Farmer's Table in Corinna brings you outstanding breakfasts, lunches, and dinners made from farm-grown fresh ingredients. Dinner specials are available every day. Enjoy our homemade desserts, and above all, bring your appetite to the Farmer's Table in Corinna.
At Living Innovations, we build community. You can be a part of it. We put supporting people first, and that builds a caring community within our workforce and for the people we serve. Living Innovations supports people with disabilities and has flexible work opportunities available. You could become a shared living provider and work from home, or help support people to be active in the community. To learn more, visit livinginnovations.com and check out our employment and home provider opportunities. Become a part of Living Innovations and be part of a community with a purpose.
Looking to buy your first RV? Harvey RV and Marine offers a free starter kit with every RV and camper they sell. All the necessities to get you started and a complete orientation on all the features of your new RV. With over 150 years of combined experience outfitting RVs with the most trusted brands, hundreds to choose from, all backed by our certified technicians. Our no-pressure sales team is ready to help. So come see why our business is built on repeat customers. Harvey RV and Marine, Outer Broadway, Bangor.
Complete Tire Service Incorporated in Ellsworth would like to wish the Ellsworth girls basketball team good luck in the state finals. We've got the best brands of tires and best service to get you to your destination. Complete Tire Service Incorporated. We've been servicing the local area since 1964.
There's no stopping a Mainer with a college education. If you feel left out, pick up the phone now and talk to someone from Maine's public universities, where every adult gets a student success coach who can tear down the barriers to a college education and put you on the path to a better paying job. Want to join us? Contact Maine's public universities today. Your success coach is waiting.
Tonight, the toxic waste removed from the train derailment. Where's it headed? Plus, the West Coast digs out and braces for more snow and heavy rain. More Americans turn to the most watched program on television. World News Tonight with David Muir.
Welcome back. A Tradewinds in Blue Hill will soon become a new location for a familiar grocery store chain. Hannaford Supermarkets announced this Wednesday that the Tradewinds Marketplace at 15 South Street will soon become their newest store location. The change follows the retirement of Chuck and Belinda Lawrence, owners of the marketplace for more than 20 years and former Hannaford employees. The location is expected to begin operating under the Hannaford banner in May of this year and will offer the grocery store's signature products and rewards program. The Blue Hill acquisition will mark the 186th store for the company, joining the ranks of locations in New York, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Vermont, and of course, here in Maine.
Well, finally, if you're one of the people who may be getting a little tired of winter, well, take a ride down Main Street in Fairfield. It won't take long before you smell onion rings and burger baskets as Belanger's Drive-In is back open after the winter break. Now, for those that live in the area, it is a true sign that spring is thankfully right around the corner.
Everyone's waiting and everyone's happy that we're open.
Yes, we're hungry. They have been closed for 2 months.
So is this one of your favorite places to come get food?
Yeah, we come here.
Why? What draws you here?
Well, the food and the hospitality and the friendliness.
And a little breaking news to tell you about. The owners tell us that they plan to stay open from now on without a winter break, so you can get over that hump because they're not going to close seasonally anymore. And as previously discussed, we were both starving going into the show. That did not make it any better.
Not at all. I think I need to go eat my dinner now.
Yes,
and,
indeed. I need to go find mine.
Exactly.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for us, folks. Take care and have a great night.
Good night, everyone.